RTM Diaries presented to you by the one and only RTM. Now this video is a wee bit different. Now I've come to Europe, not for the first time, but I've come to Europe and I'm driving here for the first time. And I can say one thing, word to Anne-Marie. In life you can prepare for many things, but driving on the opposite side of the road with the steering wheel on the opposite side that you're used to, there's not really much that can prepare you for that. So obviously I'm going to give you a little tour of the vehicle that I have got, and we're going to get into it real quick. So obviously first things first, I discovered that green markings here basically means permits and you have to pay. I don't know how this happened, but I was going about my business. I was minding my business, word to Eric Garner, RIP. And a man walking past like, oh, you need to pay. I'm like, oh, I'm mad. He's like, oh, this is residents only, and if you don't pay, you get a fine. Right, fair enough. I don't know if he identified me as a tourist or something that made him want to say something, but yeah, I had to pay, and I had to pay in one app. This is what we're dealing with here. I got a 1 Series. Still, obviously left-hand drive, but as you can see, I did not park close to the curb because it was a tight area. It was a tight area space still. So I was sticking out a wee bit. Still, as you can see, substantially. So people could still get past, but I struggled to get in there, fam. You get me? It's a bit mad though because I've already clicked the wheel already and I don't want to do that again. Faith heaven settings, you get what I mean? I'm trying to step steady and be safe, but driving on the left, it is a different experience. Still customizing myself and getting used to it as we speak. So these cars are a bit poxy and tight, like I literally have to swivel myself in to get in there, and the wheels push forward as far as it can go. As for the back now, I don't really want to put it back too far. I'm going to have to move it forward. You get the gist, it's just long. As you're in the car, everything's just the opposite. Like literally, you give way to the left, you overtake on the left. You get what I mean? But that's the easy stuff. What I'm finding difficult, or nearly impossible word to Christina Aguilera, is following the curb. That's my only weakness really. Everything after that I'm pretty much alright with. You get what I mean? So as you can see, this is the app, the small app where I can pay for parking. So obviously I pay for 2 hours I think, but I use 1 hour. It took me 1 hour to go to the museum, which ain't bad, you know. I thought I'd be longer than that. It took me 1 hour to go there, so I'm just gonna finish it now. And yeah, that cost me €3.90, blood. €3.90, blood. That's absolutely crazy, blood. You know, like that. You can only park for maximum 2 hours, blood. I thought it was free. I thought it was free word to Destiny's Child, fam. Nothing ain't free word to Kofi Stone, blood. I'm telling you. Obviously, my thing is parking's free after 8. So after 8 would be cool, but beforehand it's either risk it or be paying $3.90. I've already paid for like a transport pass, so I will be using that later. But don't like that. The main reason why I rented the car was because I was gonna go to Girona, but I said, you know what, it ain't really worth it in my eyes. But I'm going to Montserrat tomorrow. And I'd rather drive there, do what I'm doing and bounce than go on a tour like I did last time. But other than that, I would have rented a car otherwise, but I shall keep you updated on my experience with driving on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, as opposed to on the right and on the left. Now, a lot more time has passed me by. This dog won't shut up, bro. Leave people's dogs alone, bro. Learn to behave. A lot more time has passed me by, and obviously I've been driving a wee bit more. And I can say this, I'm a lot more confident with driving on the right, with the steering on the left. However, this is what happens when you come to countries and you don't know what's what. So I booked a place to stay, yeah. It's not the greatest place, but you'll do. Is what it is. And obviously, I was told there was parking on the road, so I got here about 4 o'clock. I came here and I couldn't find no space, but I couldn't find my space at that old social media site. So obviously now, I'll show you something. There's no space here, there's no space down here, and there's no space up there. So obviously we look up here now and people are parking on the curb. But obviously earlier I wasn't seeing people do this, so I want to know, is that even permitted to do in Spain? I don't really see people doing it. In England people do it for fun. But obviously now there's 3 vehicles on the left have parked on the curb. But I wasn't seeing that earlier. Now obviously I just about found a space. And I know it's going to get more chaotic. This is the daytime and look at this. Don't people have work? Don't people have work? You know what I mean? This is the daytime and there's no space. So you can only imagine what it's going to be like tonight. You get me? It's going to be 10 times worse. So I don't really want to move my car, big car. I know if I move my car, then I'm going to be going around in circles up my right. I carry trying to find a space tonight. I'll show you where I parked up. I've parked right here. This 1 Series is my thing. I've parked right here, and obviously I've been parked here since I checked into my crib this evening. I don't want to move till tomorrow. I'll be real like the app. I do not want to move until tomorrow. So I've invested in a subway pass, and that's my mode of transport because I'm not risking losing that space. Because that space is literally right opposite where I'm staying. But tomorrow will be the real truth, as we will be driving much further for much longer. So stay tuned for that and how I do. Damn man, this driving on the right side of the road thing, I'm telling you man, like, you gotta get your head in the game man. Big man thing, bro. Giving way to your left, opposites in reverse parallel parking. I thought I got the hang of it yesterday, but I'm starting to think, you know what, I've still got a lot to, you know, get the hang of, so to speak. But I'm getting there eventually. It's gonna take time, innit? You get me? Like, it's a whole new way of driving. Like, it's not gonna be as easy as I would probably think. You get me? But we're driving into the city of Barcelona now, cause where I need to go. It was talking about our journey to flipping. Take the tram and the train. I'm like, nah, I did that. Whereas driving is just less than half an hour, so we're just gonna drive there now. Save ourselves some time, you get me? So currently just driving on one of the motorways on the coast in front of Barcelona, the B10. And motorway drive is not too bad. Obviously the far right lane is for driving in, and then you got the middle lane and the left lane's for overtaking. You gotta watch out for these mopeds, bro. They done what they do here in the UK. They don't have a license, bro. Lanes don't exist to them. They just bob and weave, filter all the time, regardless if there's traffic or not. They don't care, and there's masses of them as well. Like, I don't know if I mentioned already, but like, flashing lights don't work here in Spain. They don't acknowledge them. They just merge if they're merging. Either you let them merge, or they wait, or they crash into you. One of the three. No hazards to say thank you. No flashing the light to say you can go. None of that here, blood. I don't know what the signal in here is to give someone way. I don't know what it is. Like, someone please tell me, innit? Now, obviously this motorway is pretty slow pace. It's 80 kilometers, which I think is about 49 miles an hour. It's generally like kind of what they do in the UK with motorways in the sea, really. Motorway driving not too bad. I just had to navigate like a little industrial estate that was a bit techie still. Trucks, forklifts, people parking haphazardly. It was crazy, but yeah, man. We'll get the hang of this eventually. We're going on a faster paced motorway later for a much longer period of time, so we'll see how we do with that when it comes up. You see, it literally just happened again just now. Like, I wish I had another camera on the roof, but I don't have it. But like, we're coming from a junction now and the taxi's trying to merge in. Cars just bully their way in this country. I don't know what it is. Do people here not have manners? Right, bruv, surely there's a way that these drivers communicate with each other, man. Cause I don't understand it. We're to big out the Harlem map at RIP. People are just forcing it, man. Like, they just come and like, yeah, I'm going in. Like, I don't get it. And I'm there flashing and I'm thinking, they just stop doing this because you're now done nothing. You understand? This is actually a dangerous game. What just happened here? So obviously I'm in my lane. One car's cut in front of me, but I ain't seen him eye to eye to directly say anything. Another car is trying to do the same thing behind him, and then looking at me like I'm mad. I had to wind down with and be like, yo, you get me? You understand? Like, what are you doing, man? Like, these people here are just, bruv, I'm not even gonna say nothing too tough, but whatever is going on here is just flipping stupid, and it's dangerous because man are just turning into lanes, and man aren't saying, yo, it's cool or it's safe to go through. Like, I don't believe it. Honestly, it's just flipping stupid, man. Roundabouts here are a myth. Flipping out, bruv. Took the wrong turn. This has actually just peed me off, man, because now I've taken the wrong turn. People are trying to cut me up. A couple accidents lately happened. I ain't driving on this seafront roundabout again, man. This roundabout's techie. Techie. And now, to make matters worse, I've got to literally navigate that same roundabout again. Fun flipping times, man. I've got to literally navigate the same roundabout again. Oh my days, man. It's usually two roundabouts on top of each other as well. Like, you got one side where it's come from the motorway and it's stuck onto the existing roundabout, and then they both go round in unison. This roundabout's flipping dangerous, man. They'd be better off just putting an interchange here with lights, if you ask me. I seem to be learning a thing or two as I go along with driving in Spain. So it seems to be the case that if someone's gonna let you through, they'll rather just blare their horn and go beep. You get me? But I'm a Jamaican, so I'll look at you and let you know, like, yo, what the flip are you doing? You get what I mean? These taxi drivers are just like the ones in the UK, but just think they can do what they like, but big man thing. Legit. I'm telling you, bro. This roundabout is scary, bro. Yep, blare your horn means I'm giving you way. I can't lie, I think I've more or less nearly 100% got the hang of driving on the right side of the road with the steering wheel on the left. However, I'm about to embark on a 1 hour drive. Somewhere. So this will be the biggest test. Telling, oh, for flip's sake, I took a wrong turn. It'd be very telling how I fare in doing this drive, so we shall see. So obviously I'm just currently on the motorway, freeway, highway, whatever they call it here, the C58 heading out of Barcelona. And I don't get it, like, I'm not able to get up to speed. The speed limit is 120k, but I just feel like I've only done that once. Like, the traffic is just stop-start. Like, it says there's a bit of traffic, but it's not consistent enough to be considered serious traffic. So I'll be driving, suddenly come to a halt, and then we start moving again, and then we start creeping at 50, 60k. It's just not making any sense to me, man. Like, I get there's a lot of cars on the road, but the traffic should be flowing, man. Like, nothing serious has happened, so it's just a bit irritating still, I can't lie. So as we drive and speak, I'm currently driving towards Montserrat. The road is actually sick, you know. It has to be one of Spain's best, but I'm not able to experience it properly because I got this big old coach in front of me, and because of where Montserrat's located, it's kind of weird. We've got to literally loop around the rock go round to the other side before we can actually get to where the main focal part of Montserrat is. I'm currently just stuck behind this coach. He only got in front of me because I stopped off. And long, we got a truck and a cyclist now. And there's about 6 other vehicles behind me, but I've got the hang of this left-hand drive thing still. I even be seeing these speed cameras here, what they look like doing. They look like doing some flipping bucks and they're just on the side of the road. They're kind of disguised, but I know where they are, and if you don't know where they are, then it's a bit sticky, but I do. And we got a cyclist, you know. Oh my days. Yeah, man. Once you got the hang of this, bro, you're ready for literally anything. This coach is trying to bust a cyclist. He's done it successfully. Man, there's nothing worse than coming on these roads, yeah. Even in the UK, I'll be on roads like this, and it's like, bruv, there's no way to overtake them because it's just like this. It's like a snake, blood. This is my last day in Spain. Obviously, remember what I mentioned about people parking on the curb. Turns out people do it at night because obviously there's nowhere else to park. And it turns out that people do it in abundance. So here you are. Showed you in the last video there's no one here. Now there's everyone here. Makes a big difference. And this car parking space here has been so gracious to me. Like, it's been gracious to the point where I've gone out and come back on more than one occasion, and it's been there, but right across from where I'm staying. I couldn't really have much more complaints. It's pitch perfect where to Barcelona. This guy keep eyeing me up, bruv. What's wrong with people, man? I come out here, load up my car. He's eyeing me up, he's eyeing up the car. He's eyeing me up when I'm walking. What's good with it, bro? So, my time driving in Spain is coming to an end. And what have I learnt? I've learnt that driving the steering wheel on the left ain't much different to driving with the steering wheel on your right. Like, a lot of people in the UK say, oh, I don't think I could do that, or I won't do that. I can't drive on the right side of the road with the steering wheel on the left. Nah, rubbish, bollocks. It's literally all the same. Quite often, it's all in people's head. It's all in people's head. Cleo Saul says, don't let it get to your head. Don't let it get to your head. Obviously, when you first get in a car with the steering on the left for the first time, you're thinking, alright, how am I going to do this? What I would say to anyone is take your time and don't overthink it. You'll get used to it with anything. Obviously, with practice, it makes perfect. So obviously, that breeds confidence, and eventually, you'll be all good. I've also learned that flashing lights to other drivers to give way or whatever, don't do it. It don't mean nothing here. The only thing that I've seen replicated here that I see all the time in the UK is drivers putting their hazards on the motorway when traffic's slowing down. There's an instant. That's it. If someone's gonna merge, you let them merge, or they'll let you merge, or whatever. But flashing the light to say go on or thank you, forget it, get it. It does not work here. I've also learned that there don't seem to be a lot of road rage here. The drivers seem a lot calmer. Obviously, you got taxi drivers that do up a bit of a madness, but it's not like the City of Wolverhampton drivers in the UK. If you know, you know. Do you get what I mean? And then also, like, the roads here, there's hardly any potholes. I haven't come across loads en masse like you do in the UK. There's obviously a few here and there, but nothing to really say, oh, pothole, or I gotta be swerving to the other side of the road. None of that, blood. Well maintained. The roads have gains, you know, like that. And then I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, in Barcelona, there's little or no free parking. The parking situation is a bit hectic. It's a bit of a mad thing. Obviously, parking halfway on the curves used to be a grey area. I can't research that. It's not allowed, but then I've seen people en masse doing it, as I showed you earlier. And yeah, like, in terms of finding a parking space, like, it's actually a myth. Like, every little one you think, oh, maybe I could park here, now someone's taken it, blood. Someone's taken it, but it's been taken like Liam Neeson's daughter, fam, you know, like that. So yeah, I'll be back driving on with the steering on the left and driving on the right at another country at some point. I know I will, and I think I'll have a lot of confidence from my experience here. I haven't really had any major near misses or anything. I did clip the mirror once and I did clip the curb once, but that was it. That's minor, but these things happen, man. No one's pitch perfect. You get what I mean? But you don't let me know. Would you drive on the opposite side of the road with the steering wheel on the opposite side in a different country, or are you too scared? What do you think? You let me know. Well, anyway, that's just my experience from driving in Spain. I'm RTM Diaries, presented to you by the one and only AJ RTM. Be sure to smash the like, subscribe, and I'll be back with another episode of Travel Diaries as soon as I can. Until then, take care, drive safe, and I'll see you soon. Peace!